don't sing hymns too much no more. But y'all know it, don't you? Father, I stretch my St. Luke, chapter 7, verses 36 through 39. The Gospel of St. Luke, chapter number 7, verses 36 through 39. The Bible says, and one of the Pharisees desired him that he would eat with him. And he went into the Pharisee's house and sat down to eat. And behold, a woman in the city, which was a sinner, when she knew that Jesus sat at meat in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster box of ointment, stood at his feet behind him weeping, and began to wash his feet wiped them with the hairs of her head, and kissed his feet and anointed them with ointment. And verse number 39 says, now when the Pharisees which had bidden him saw it, he spake within himself, this man, if he were a prophet, would have known who and what manner of woman this is that toucheth him, for she is a sinner. I want to talk about this subject this morning, how to respond in the presence of Jesus. How to respond in the presence of Jesus. The opening scene of this particular narrative is preceded by the raising of Lazarus from the dead. It is a festive time in the town of Bethany due to the resurrection miracle that has been performed by Jesus. Jesus and his disciples have traveled to Jerusalem in anticipation of the Jewish feast of Passover and the unleavened bread. And instead of lodging in Jerusalem, he visits with his close friend Lazarus and his two sisters. Everyone in the small town of Bethany, they want to lay eyes on the man that was raised from the dead and the man that did the raising from the dead. Jesus and his disciples are extended an invitation to dine and recline at the banquet table of a Pharisee. In Mark chapter 14, we have the same narrative presented to us from the pen of Mark, and he identifies this Pharisee as Simon the leper. Upon the arrival of Lazarus and Martha, whom were also an invited guest of Simon, and we don't even get excited when dead souls that were captured by sin have been raised. But what we have in this narrative is we have one that not only raised Lazarus from the dead, but we have a living testimony of the one that was dead. So this is a festive time. And as the master begins to engage in conversation and debate with Simon and his Pharisee friends, Mary, the sister of Lazarus and Martha, who was not invited, slips into Simon's home unnoticed. Maybe this would have been sufficient if Mary would have been incognito in her presence. The question that we all must answer today is how do we respond when we are in the presence of Jesus? All right. That's what you need to answer this morning. When you come into the house of the Lord, how do you respond to Jesus? When you come into a worship celebration, how do you respond to Jesus? You have to understand. Let's just briefly, as we look at this room, as they're having a good time, and Mary, who is an uninvited guest, because many commentators say that Simon the leper didn't want Mary there. But she shows up anyway. She shows up where she is not invited. At someone else's house and does not have an invitation. Have you ever done anything like that? She's not there because of Simon the leper. She's not there because of others there. She's there for two reasons. One is because her brother's there, but the main reason